Hey, what's up everybody? Obviously in today's age of COVID and the pandemic, a lot of families are thinking through different ways that they can generate more revenue or add an additional stream of income to their household. And so obviously one of the best ways to do that is by setting up a business and structuring an LLC to protect that business. So today I want to talk about a strategy that you can use to both put yourself in a better position, both legally and tax-wise with the IRS. So let's get into it. My name is Saluto Uba. I am the managing attorney of the Uba Law Group, and we're a law firm that helps entrepreneurs protect their assets, save money on taxes, and attract quality clients. So specifically, what I'm talking about is the decision to set up your business as a single member LLC or a multi-member LLC. Now, obviously, if it's just you, you're going to be a single member LLC when you're structuring your business. But a lot of people don't know that husbands and wives or spouses that set up their businesses together have the option to be categorized as a single member LLC or a multi-member LLC. And there's a few reasons why this can be beneficial, but today I'm going to talk about when it comes to how the courts will look at you in the case of a lawsuit and how the IRS will look at you. So if you're a single member LLC, it's pretty straightforward. If it's just one person, you're setting up an LLC. If you get sued, your company can provide you with liability protection, but you need to make sure that you're on point. You're doing all of your corporate formalities, you're set up properly, you have your internal documents, you have your operating agreement, you have your internal resolutions and all that good stuff. But in those instances, a single member LLC is one of the most scrutinized business entity forms. And a lot of times if you get sued, the courts will really take a deep dive look to make sure that you're really operating like a business. And so when it comes to legal protection, you're still going to have that liability protection there, but a single member LLC has a greater risk of being presumed that it's what we call an alter ego, that the business was just another form of you doing business personally and you don't deserve that protection. Now, when it comes to taxes, a single member LLC is typically designated as a pass-through entity or a flow-through entity. So that means that the profits or the losses of the business flow through to your individual tax return. So that's pretty straightforward. There's no extra business tax return that you have to file, and so it just flows through to your individual. So that's the parameters of a single member LLC. But like I said before, spouses who form a business together can choose to be categorized as a single member LLC or a multi-member LLC, with each spouse having their own percentage and share of the business. Now, if you choose to be a multi-member LLC, there are a few different categorizations, both with the IRS and in the courts. So let's talk about the IRS now. If you're a multi-member LLC, you have to form, typically, depending on if you take an S-Corp election or if you do some other things, but the majority of the time what happens is you'll be treated as a partnership. So the additional document that you'll have to file with the IRS is called a K-1. And so that's an additional filing, that's a business filing that you have to do for your business. But at the end of the day, still the profits or the losses flow through each of the partners into their individual tax returns. But one of the reasons why businesses choose to do this, especially for spouses who form businesses, is that a single member LLC has a higher chance of being audited by the IRS. A multi-member LLC, a partnership classification, has a lesser chance of being audited. So people who are just kind of have an abundance of caution and want to set themselves up to have the greatest amount of protection both in front of the courts and from the IRS will decrease their chance of being audited by forming a multi-member LLC for tax purposes, a partnership for tax purposes. And now when it comes to the courts, that same idea kind of applies. With a single member LLC, it's just one person and you're going after one person if you suspect they've done something wrong. However, when there are additional members to the business, the courts are a little bit more hesitant to come after the whole business because the thought process is they don't want to penalize an innocent person for something the other partner might have done wrong. So there's a stronger presumption that the business entity will maintain its liability protection. Of course, nothing's automatic. They can pierce that corporate veil. But when it's a multi-member LLC, you have a stronger chance of having a little bit of that liability protection as opposed to just a single member LLC. Now, of course, this is a vast simplification of it. I'm just communicating the idea, but think through that as you're setting up your LLC with your spouse. It's a pretty good strategy that people can use, but you need to make sure that you're doing it for the right reason. And obviously, I would definitely recommend having an attorney advise you on that, and also having a CPA advise you with regards to the tax obligations. So once again, my name is Saluto Uba. If you're interested in more of this information, I have lots of articles and blog posts like this on our website. Feel free to visit ubalawgroup.com. And also, if you're looking for a resource, a guide to help you get started, we have an LLC cheat sheet for you there at the website, ubalawgroup.com. If you're interested in working with me, or if you have any more questions about some of our done-for-you services, feel free to go to the website and contact me, or you can just reach out and respond to this video right here. I'd be happy to connect with you. Until then, it's Monday. You know, Mondays mean business. Keep on grinding, keep on hustling, and don't forget, we can do this. Peace.